we're going to talk a little bit about the framework and the questions that can be asked when you're thinking about clarifying those values. So first of all, why is it important to clarify your values? Well, it helps us feel more confident. It improves our relationships. It helps us not procrastinate, as Webb just mentioned, helps us to take action and have clarity on that, helps us worry less, helps us find more joy in life, and it helps us stick to our goals. Now, some additional questions that you can think about as you kind of clarify what really matters to you. Who are the people you love? What are your passions? What are your hobbies? What are the causes that you are really passionate about or really matter to you? What are the things you love to do? What things would you do if time and money were no object? It's probably my favorite question there to ask about that. And as you're thinking about those questions, just some examples of values that Webb and I discussed. It could be achievement. It could be adventure. It could be community, creativity. Could be related to your family, to your faith, could be friendship, could be having influence on others, could be optimistic, could be related to service, success. The list goes on and on, of the options when it comes to values. We'd like to go through this exercise with you quickly, and you can see an example on the slide here. And in the first column, we'd ask you to write down somewhere between 3 to 5 values that are most important to you. Then in that second column, rank those values. And in the third one, identify the percentage or amount of time you spend thinking about this value, living this value, and incorporating those values into your daily life. Now, the reason why we're asking you to go through this exercise and why it has great application is because many folks go through this exercise or have before, and they say a certain value or values is important to them, but there's a disconnect in terms of the actual time spent living out that value. And sometimes, and hopefully today, this helps kind of spark that aha moment for you that you can today, after this exercise, pivot and move towards living out those values and making them, growing into them and making them really a priority in your life. And so hopefully everyone's had the opportunity to kind of think through that. Webb and I put our heads together when we were looking at this exercise, and we had some alignment there, and that, family, friendship, and connection was, a top rank for us, and, was something that we really probably wanted to spend half or more of our time on.
Values, and, you think about companies, and they're getting their vision, values, mission, and you see words like achievement, adventure, balance, boldness, community, connection, creativity, faith, family, freedom, growth, influence, learning, optimism, service, success, spirituality. A lot of different values, but let's just imagine, guys, the values exercise helped us identify values and measure what's important with how we're spending our time and our money. And now that you've outlined your key values, imagine what your life would be like if the way you think about, the way you spend, the way you invest your money was in 100% agreement with what is most important to you. Would that be the kind of life that you desire? Another way to look at this, just imagine, is by asking the questions as follows. 5 questions. What do I really want? That's what we refer to as vision. What is important about it? That's what we refer to as values. How will I get it? That's what we refer to as methods. What is preventing me from having it? That's what we refer to as obstacles. How will I know that I'm successful? That's what we refer to as measurements. Leveraging this works to begin to create a sense of alignment and accountability of what is important to you in life. Helps you make an actionable game plan, and it gives you a measuring stick, so to speak, on how you're progressing.